So hello and welcome back to another video in our channel. Mauricio Pochettino is one of the best managers in world football. He's one of the elite managers, not necessarily up there with the best like Guardiola's and Klopp's and Mourinho's and Ancelotti's of this game, but he's one of the elite managers in European football. Mauricio Pochettino has managed to create a possession-oriented, high-pressing and beautiful football team in Tottenham Hotspur. At his time at Spurs, he not only created one of the most entertaining teams in the Premier League, but he also developed one of the most upcoming stars in the Premier League, with the strikers such as Harry Kane, the centre-backs such as Toby and Vertonghen, and the young exciting talents of Dele Alli, Son and Christian Eriksen. But Pochettino's coaching ability has been questioned. Now, the 1st of July 2023, Mauricio Pochettino took the reins at Chelsea, taking over after Chelsea finished so low in the 12th position. So Mauricio Pochettino immediately engaged, went to Cobham and immediately started to prepare for the new season. And he immediately took part in his first training session at Cobham, with a lot of players and a lot of rumors going of how he wanted his players to be fit and ready for the next season, because his philosophy of football involves high pressing, high possession football, and therefore he needed players to be on point, even employing drastic pressing strategies and games such as the Gakon press to try to help his team to be quite ready and quite energetic to play the Mauricio Pochettino way. But what is going wrong at Chelsea, and why is Mauricio Pochettino finding it problematic at Chelsea? So why are Mauricio Pochettino finding it problematic? So Mauricio Pochettino in his first game in pre-season showcased how he wanted his team to play. The team was highly fluid after these intense training sessions in the beginning of the season. The team was scoring a lot of goals. The combination play was amazing, with players knowing where to move. He had his 4 fullbacks available, and he was flexible to change them with regards to how he wanted to play. So Mauricio Pochettino's team played quite well and showcased a promising start in the season. But actually, what has happened after pre-season has been a problem for Chelsea, with Chelsea even losing the identity they had with Pochettino. The result, especially the recent result at Middlesbrough, has showcased Pochettino's main problem at Chelsea. After every Chelsea game, the hashtag Pochettino out is usually trending, with the majority of the fans losing trust in the manager and actually some of them calling for his sacking. But is it prudent to sack Mauricio Pochettino? Is Mauricio Pochettino the main problem at Chelsea? And we're going to see. So Pochettino has had his fair share of blame, sizable fair share of play, but also Chelsea have been one of the teams that have failed to capitalize on big chances this season, with players such as Raheem Sterling missing open nets and failing to bring his other teammates in play. And these are some things that have really annoyed Chelsea fans, with Chelsea ranking as number 1 for big chances missed, with a lot of players at Chelsea missing crucial chances that they should score to ensure their team wins the game. Since if they manage to win some of the games such as Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa and Bournemouth, this would have seen them occupying a higher position high up the table. But this has not been the case for Chelsea this season. Now, before we start, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. So we are going to look at the first aspect, which is the tactical aspect of Mauricio Pochettino. So Pochettino is a possession-based manager, and he likes his teams to play out from the back. This involves the goalkeeper stepping out and the fullbacks starting quite wide, with one deeper midfielder dropping deep. The main aim is to create a lot of spaces in behind the lines of pressure, so that his teams can use quick interchangeable play either with the fullbacks, the wingers, and the midfielders to be able to evade opposition lines of pressure. However, teams in the Premier League have identified that if you position your teams in lower blocks, you are able to stop Chelsea. And Pochettino's tactic with dealing with the lower blocks at Tottenham involved playing his wingers and their striker close together with the number 10 playing in behind to force the opposition narrow. This creates spaces in the wide areas where his two aggressively attacking fullbacks can push forward, with a deeper midfielder dropping between the two centre-backs. Here is one clear example. This is Spurs building, with Toby Alderweireld and Jan Vertonghen playing wide, with Wanyama dropping in between them, or Eric Dyer, who played in midfield, dropping between the two centre-backs. Now, another key thing that you need to understand with Pochettino's Tottenham is the position of his fullbacks. Trippier and Danny Rose will start quite wide, with either Dembele and Eriksen playing quite deeper, with Son, Lucas Moura, or Dele Alli coming to play close to Harry Kane. The Pochettino game involves quick shifts of play, especially from centre-backs, and Alderweireld was quite instrumental in playing these long balls to the diagonal areas. And here you can see example of how Alderweireld will be the one playing these quick shifted long balls to wing-backs who will have time and space to effect the game. Now, what's the problem at Chelsea? So at Chelsea, Pochettino expected that his two fullbacks will be free. Therefore, he could use their fullback with his wingers, with one fullback attempting to make crosses in the box where the wingers would attempt to maybe go through and try to attempt to shoot or make those runs in the channels, or the center forward to attempt to head the ball. But as we know, Jackson is not quite dominant in the air, as well as Broja, who is not quite experienced. And also, Pochettino's main problem at Chelsea has been at the attacking third of the pitch, with some of the times his fullbacks, especially the left back, being out and him being forced to play Colwill down the left, bringing disbalance in the team, since now he has to push Enzo Fernandez in the half space, and that has not worked well, with now Chelsea heavily relying on building from the right. Now, the problem with Chelsea in this position is that Chelsea do not immediately switch the play directly to the left to attempt to get the left winger in a 1v1 situation. Rather, they move the ball slowly and systematically across the line of the defense, then all the way to midfield, and now back to the left back. And as they do this, the opposition team manage to reorganize themselves, and the pattern repeats itself, with Chelsea looking like they're just moving the ball in a U-shaped form, with teams being able just to sit off Chelsea and allow them to play around them, creating no threat. So, is this a Mauricio Pochettino problem? Yes, it's a Mauricio Pochettino problem, because he does not do a lot in the touchline to change the dynamic in which his team is progressing with the ball. And against Middlesbrough, we just saw deep block sitting in front of Chelsea, and Chelsea just playing that U-shaped ball around them with no threat or no shots to attempt to test the goalkeeper. Also, another problem with Pochettino is his earlier deployment of Enzo Fernandez. He deployed Enzo Fernandez as number 10, and Fernandez will drop from the front line and come deeper to attempt to receive the ball, and also his output was not quite great. Also, another problem with him is the reliance on Colwill at left back. Colwill has not been quite an instrumental figure playing at left back. He's not defensively astute, and that was what was required. And Ian Maatsen, who can offer more attacking wise, would have been a better option to play rather than Colwill. Now, but all these problems are just not Mauricio Pochettino's fault, and using the manager as a scapegoat might also be quite damning, with Chelsea having bigger problems than the managerial problem. And I'm going to show you some of them. The first one is the fullbacks. Now, the left back position, Chelsea have two excellent left backs in Ben Chilwell and Cucurella, but Ben Chilwell has been constantly injured and has not featured majority of the part of the season, with Cucurella also joining him in the injured list. This is showcasing another problem with Chelsea's medical department and the fitness of player, and also the training methods that Pochettino is employing at Cobham. Another problem has also been in the right back. Reece James, who has been selected as captain, has not even managed to complete a full 90 game. And Malo Gusto, who has come in, has also had his injury and suspension issues, with even sometimes Pochettino being forced to play Marc Cucurella down the right. This is giving Chelsea lot of problem in the wide areas, which Mauricio Pochettino likes his fullbacks to operate in. The biggest problem that Pochettino has faced is in the attacking position, with both his strikers being young and inexperienced. This is a problem with the recruitment team, with Nicholas Jackson missing clear open goals and clear tap-ins, with Armando Broja lacking positioning and confidence on the pitch. Also, experienced players in the front line such as Raheem Sterling have also made calamitous and mistakes and failed to capitalize on their chances or make decisions in the attacking areas of the pitch that could see Chelsea play quite well. They also have failed the manager. But blaming the players and the manager is not enough. My belief is that the ownership take a huge blame in these situations, because they are the ones who have put Chelsea in this position. They managed to get rid of all the experienced players in the team and employed a strategy of only acquiring young, exciting talents. And this strategy is not something that they are looking like they want to give up, and actually are in the transfer market looking for more young, exciting talents, yet the performances on the pitch are not improving. So taking this into account, the Pochettino out movement as well as sack Pochettino out movement can be assured with the lack of improvements on the pitch, with the lack of game and patterns of play. But Pochettino is also being plagued with a lot of injuries compared to a lot of managers, but him also takes a huge blame for not effecting changes that can see his team manage to progress and weather the storm in this difficult and problematic Premier League season. So my question is to you: should Mauricio Pochettino get sacked? Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching.